Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, when did my skin become so fragile? You're not alone, and you're certainly not powerless. In today's video, I'm going to reveal 3 natural oils that dermatologists and researchers quietly respect for their ability to rebuild thinning skin and restore collagen, without a single needle or pill. I'll also share real-life stories, expert insights, and what you must avoid if you care about long-term skin resilience. So stay with me. Your skin will thank you. Number 1, avocado oil. I still remember the day one of my longtime patients, Susan, a retired school teacher in her early 70s, came into my office wearing long sleeves on a sweltering summer afternoon. She wasn't cold. She was covering up bruises on her arms that seemed to appear overnight from the lightest bump against a kitchen drawer. Her skin, once resilient and healthy, had become so thin and fragile it practically tore at the touch. She told me she was scared of her own skin. That moment stuck with me. What most people don't realize is that skin thinning isn't just a natural byproduct of aging. It's a progressive weakening of your body's largest organ, a silent loss of its protective barrier. And while synthetic creams and expensive spa treatments flood the market, one of the most underrated heroes sits quietly in your kitchen pantry: avocado oil. Let me explain why this green-hued oil deserves more credit. The science behind avocado oil is compelling. It is rich in oleic acid, a monounsaturated omega-9 fatty acid known for its ability to penetrate deep into the skin layers, delivering moisture far beyond the surface. Unlike many commercial moisturizers that simply sit on the epidermis, oleic acid improves skin permeability and enhances nutrient absorption at a cellular level. This is especially critical for older skin, which has a harder time holding on to hydration. But hydration is only one piece of the puzzle. What makes avocado oil particularly powerful is its antioxidant profile. It contains vitamin E, beta-carotene, lecithin, and essential fatty acids, all of which help combat oxidative stress, one of the leading causes of collagen breakdown. And without collagen, the skin collapses like a tent without poles. In fact, several peer-reviewed studies have shown that topical application of avocado oil can stimulate collagen synthesis, enhance wound healing, and reduce inflammation, a trifecta for aging, thinning skin. In my 2 decades of studying dermatological aging, few natural compounds have shown such multifaceted benefits as avocado oil. It not only nourishes, it repairs. I often refer to it as a skin whisperer because of how gently yet powerfully it supports the dermal structure without overwhelming it. Unlike synthetic anti-aging products, avocado oil doesn't shock the skin into response. It restores balance, encouraging the skin to do what it was designed to do: heal and protect. For women over 50, I usually suggest applying a few drops of cold-pressed, unrefined avocado oil directly after cleansing, especially at night when skin regeneration is most active. It can be used solo or mixed with your favorite unscented moisturizer. Susan followed this exact routine for 3 months. When she returned for a follow-up, she wore a short-sleeved blouse with confidence, and not a single new bruise in sight. She told me it was like her skin remembered how to protect her. That, to me, is the quiet miracle of avocado oil. Number 2, sweet almond oil. About 10 years ago, I met Barbara, a former jazz singer in her late 60s, who had the kind of voice that could still fill a room. But her confidence had started to fade because of how her skin had changed. Her cheeks had become hollow, the skin around her mouth loose, and she confessed that even the most expensive night creams she tried seemed to make no difference. She asked me directly, "Is there anything natural that can actually help plump aging skin?" My answer: yes, and one of the simplest options is something often dismissed as too gentle to be effective: sweet almond oil. Derived from raw almonds, sweet almond oil has been used for centuries in Ayurvedic and Chinese medicine. But it's only recently that modern dermatology has begun to recognize its real potential, especially for aging skin. One of the key reasons I recommend sweet almond oil is its high content of vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that plays a vital role in protecting skin cells from oxidative stress. Free radicals generated by pollution, sun exposure, and even stress can rapidly degrade the collagen and elastin fibers that give skin its plumpness and structure. Vitamin E acts like a shield, helping to neutralize that damage. But its benefits don't stop at protection. Sweet almond oil is rich in fatty acids, particularly linoleic and oleic acid, which support the skin's barrier function. These fatty acids help retain moisture, reduce transepidermal water loss, and give the skin a smoother, more hydrated appearance. What truly surprised me, though, was a clinical study published in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology showing that regular use of sweet almond oil increased skin thickness and elasticity in postmenopausal women. This was not just anecdotal, it was measurable. Barbara began applying sweet almond oil nightly, gently massaging it into her face and neck. Within 2 months, she returned to my office not just looking fresher, but performing again. She said her face no longer looked tired. Her skin felt fuller, more cushioned, and perhaps most importantly, she felt seen again. As a doctor, I see that emotional shift as just as important as the physical change. Because when women start to feel that their skin reflects the energy they still carry inside, everything from posture to expression changes. Sweet almond oil may not come in a glamorous bottle, but its effects are deeply restorative. For mature skin that needs nurturing and reinforcement, it remains one of my go-to recommendations. Number 3. Rosehip oil. Several years ago, I received a handwritten letter from a woman named Denise in Colorado. She was in her mid-60s, recently retired, and had just gone through a difficult divorce. She wrote, not asking for medical advice exactly, but sharing that she felt invisible. Her once vibrant complexion had dulled, fine lines deepened, and her skin seemed to sag more with every season. What struck me was her closing line, I don't want to look young. I just want my face to look like it still belongs to me. Denise's story echoes something I've heard countless times. Aging gracefully isn't about reversing time. It's about restoring integrity. And if there's one natural oil that speaks to this goal, it's rosehip oil. Unlike heavier oils, rosehip oil is lightweight and fast-absorbing, making it ideal for mature or sensitive skin. It's extracted from the seeds of rose bushes, and its golden orange tint hints at the powerhouse within, a dense concentration of vitamins A and C, carotenoids, and essential fatty acids. Vitamin A in rosehip oil functions similarly to retinoids, the gold standard in dermatology for improving skin texture, reducing fine lines, and encouraging cell turnover. But unlike synthetic retinoids, which often cause irritation or peeling in older skin, rosehip oil provides a gentler, natural alternative with a lower risk of inflammation. Even more compelling are its effects on collagen production at the cellular level. Research published in Clinical Interventions in Aging found that rosehip extract improved skin elasticity and visibly reduced wrinkle depth over just 8 weeks. For women in their 50s, 60s, and beyond, that's not just skin deep, it's a signal that the skin is still biologically responsive and resilient when given the right nourishment. Denise began using rosehip oil every evening after cleansing, tapping it gently into the skin around her mouth, eyes, and neck. After about 2 months, she sent a follow-up photo and another note. The change was clear. Her skin tone was more even, her jawline firmer, and her eyes somehow brighter. More importantly, she said, I feel like I've reclaimed my own face. To me, rosehip oil represents a rare balance. It is both potent and gentle, stimulating the production of collagen while soothing the surface. It doesn't promise to erase the years, but does invite the skin to reawaken its natural structure and strength. For any woman seeking to nurture her skin without compromising its sensitivity, rosehip oil is an essential ally in that journey. How to use them properly. Using natural oils may seem simple, but to achieve real results, especially on aging skin, technique and timing matter. First, always begin with a clean face. After gentle cleansing, pat your skin dry, but leave it slightly damp. This helps lock in hydration when you apply the oil. For most mature skin types, nighttime is the ideal window. This is when your body's natural repair processes peak. Take 2 to 4 drops of the oil, whether it's avocado, sweet almond, or rosehip, and warm it between your fingers. Then gently press, don't rub, it into your face, neck, and décolletage. Use upward, sweeping motions and take your time. This is nourishment, not a race. For those with extra sensitive skin or existing conditions like rosacea, do a patch test on the inner arm before applying to your face. And always choose cold-pressed, organic, and unrefined oils to ensure purity and avoid additives that can irritate mature skin. If you use additional products like retinols or vitamin C serums, apply them first and allow full absorption before layering oil over top. Used consistently, these oils won't just hydrate. They'll help retrain your skin to hold itself with strength, structure, and grace again. Mistakes to avoid. Over the years, I've noticed a troubling pattern. Many women use high-quality natural oils, but see little to no improvement. Why? Because the small mistakes often cancel out the big benefits. One of the most common errors is overusing the oil. More does not mean better. Excess oil can clog pores, especially if layered on top of heavy creams or applied to unclean skin. Just 2 to 4 drops is enough to cover your face and neck. Another mistake is applying the oil at the wrong time. Some women use it before makeup in the morning, then wonder why their skin feels greasy or their foundation won't sit right. These oils work best at night, when the skin isn't exposed to pollution, sun, or cosmetic layering. Then there's the issue of inconsistent use. Natural oils aren't quick fixes. They need daily application for at least 6 to 8 weeks to start showing real results. Skipping days or switching products too soon undermines their potential. Lastly, many buy refined or synthetic versions thinking all oils are equal. They're not. Cold-pressed, organic oils retain the nutrients your skin truly needs. Avoid these pitfalls, and you'll give your skin the chance to truly transform. Thinning skin is often dismissed as a normal part of getting older. But as someone who has spent over 2 decades researching skin biology and aging, I can tell you, there's nothing normal about how rapidly this condition is increasing among women over 50. Biologically, our skin begins to lose about 1% of its collagen every year after age 25, but the real acceleration tends to hit postmenopause. Estrogen, a key hormone in maintaining skin thickness and elasticity, drops sharply during this time. The result? Skin becomes less hydrated, less elastic, and significantly thinner. In fact, studies show that women can lose up to 30% of their skin's collagen in the first 5 years after menopause. And yet, few women are ever warned about it. Instead, they find themselves confused when their skin bruises more easily, heals more slowly, or starts to look almost translucent. They blame themselves, their products, or just write it off as aging. But this isn't just a cosmetic issue. It's a medical and psychological one. Thin skin is more prone to tearing, infection, and inflammation. It compromises the skin's ability to act as a barrier against environmental aggressors like UV rays, bacteria, and toxins. It also deeply affects how women feel in their own bodies. When skin starts to reflect fragility rather than vitality, many women begin to withdraw. They cover up. They avoid touch. They stop feeling seen. Culturally, we don't talk about this enough. The beauty industry focuses on fine lines and wrinkles, offering Botox or retinol serums as solutions. But very few address the root issue, structural skin thinning, because it can't be fixed in a single salon visit. And yet, there is good news. Thinning skin is not a sentence. With the right nutritional support, topical care, and lifestyle adjustments, the skin's collagen matrix can be encouraged to rebuild. It takes time, consistency, and the right tools, but the biology is still active. The body is still capable. That's what this video is really about. Not anti-aging, not unrealistic ideals, but giving women the knowledge and tools to reclaim the strength and resilience of their skin. Not to turn back time, but to stand confidently in it. True skin transformation doesn't come overnight. It comes through care, patience, and showing up daily. When you commit to consistency, your skin responds, and so does your confidence.